Hi guys, it's a sad day. I've just received a letter from St Luke's Primary Care Centre, Northampton, saying that they have kicked me out of being a patient because of the troubles I had trying to get some diazepam to calm my nerves. What they've inadvertently done now is made it very difficult for me to get any mental help, any mental health help, because now I don't have a doctor. Now I can't get a prescription of diazepam to calm my nerves. And they wrote in the letter that they mentioned me publishing this on YouTube. So name and shame, eh? Guys, feel free to write them a Google review. Or if you have a look at their Google reviews, you'll see how terrible they are. So these people have discriminated against me for going against the regime. Well, that's what Great Britain was built on. They have no courage and they're quite weak. So they have a lovely surgery. However, it's maybe run by complete morons and idiots who have got so thin skin. They don't like any complaints letters, but you're going to get them now, St Luke's, for hurting me in this way. And people watching this, remember, it might not be you, but it could be your loved one next who gets discriminated against, because these surgeries are all stereotypically the same. So if you read all the reviews of all surgeries, you'll see how terribly they're run. It takes literally 25, 30 minutes to get through to St Luke's. And yet they're still making money from the NHS, these incompetent half-wits. Well, they could be incompetent half-wits, although I think with the contact I've had with some of the people at St Luke's, they're incompetent half-wits. So thank you for that letter, because you're trying to mess my life up. That's fine. And I hope these people reading this are as disgusted with St Luke's. I'm sorry, I've got mental health problems. I'm sorry I was sexually abused as a child. I'm sorry I had cancer. I'm sorry I've been homeless. I'm sorry I find it hard to cope, extremely hard to cope. I'm sorry that I go from happy to sad, happy to sad, happy to sad. I'm sorry that I just burst into tears and I don't know why. Maybe people understand that. I'm sorry I feel these things because I feel completely vulnerable. And the minute you start kicking against these silly half-wits who are just milking the NHS cow for as much as they can, you get kicked out. So now I can't get diazepam. So what I will do is maybe stand on the street corner and go and deal with these fellas out here to get the medication that I need. And if I do, and if I start drinking vodka, and if my mental health now starts going down because I can't get the medication that I need legally, St Luke's Primary Care Centre, you're to blame. And I hope you're embarrassed and ashamed by this. You want to reach out to me, you can, but you haven't got the courage. You hide behind letters. And that woman, that incompetent fool who runs the place, you need to sort of reconsider that, because maybe people will agree with me, maybe people won't. But guys, just take a look at their Google reviews. It tells you everything. And who are you going to discriminate against next? Blacks, Irish, Jews, disabled, trans, LGBT. Who do you want to discriminate against next? Is it mental health people at the minute? Yeah, well, good for you. Sleep well in your beds, in your very big houses. And know, your Hippocratic oath was first do no harm. And today, you've harmed me. Okay? So, great for the universe.